Well. The Champions League group stage draw has concluded, and as a Liverpool fan, I'm very excited with the games that we have. I'm very excited with the teams that we'll be playing, the kind of stadiums we're going to. I'm extremely excited to see how we perform in the Champions League this season. Before I get into anything, please, guys, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like the video, and leave your comments below on what you think about the draw. What you think, how many points you can see Liverpool kind of getting from this draw. So let's talk about some of the teams. The home games, we have Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, PSV Eindhoven, and Karabag. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that yet. And then for the away games, we have Inter Milan, Frankfurt, Marseille, and Galatasaray. Okay, so on the face of it, I don't think we can't win any of these. I think we can win all these games. But obviously, we know how the Champions League is. You're not going to win 8 games. You're just not. It's just too difficult, and there's just too much going on throughout the season to be able to win all 8 games. But when I let's talk about the home games first. When I look at Real Madrid, I think this is probably the blockbuster fixture in the Champions League group phase. I'm struggling to see what bigger teams could match up potentially in. It would have to be like Barca and Bayern or something like that. Some teams of that caliber. So I think this is the biggest game, right? With the most kind of heated rivalry and I say rivalry, but it's like Madrid is the ones beating us in finals every time we match up. But it's the biggest kind of rivalry. 2 teams that probably hate each other the most in terms of European football. So it's going to be a blockbuster game, but having an Anfield crowd behind us, I would back us to still win that game, even though I think that'll probably be the most difficult game to win. So, but for now, I'll say we win that game. Atletico Madrid, look, I've been looking at Atletico Madrid for the last couple years now, and I've just seen a slow decline with this team. Like that Simeone defensive ball, he's kind of moved away from that. He wants to play a little bit more attacking. But it's just not good. I watched some of their games, and it just looks depressing, honestly. And the way they started the season kind of shows that they've continued the form of the way they ended last season. So if I had to pick a winner for this game, call me biased or whatever, but I'll still pick Liverpool. I think Liverpool are a better team than Atletico Madrid. I think over the last probably 10 years, Liverpool have probably been a better team over the majority of that period than Atletico Madrid. So I'll still go with Liverpool to win that game. PSV Eindhoven is kind of the same thing. I'll pick Liverpool to win that game. Karabag, I'll pick Liverpool to win that game. So from the home games, I think I can confidently say we're taking at least 9 points. The tough game would probably be Real Madrid. But 9 points, I think, is still a good outcome. The away games are where the trouble lies, okay? Because I would have preferred that all the away games were actually home games, or at least most of them. Because you look at these away games, Inter Milan, yes, you could argue Liverpool is a better team than Inter Milan, but having the Milan crowd behind them makes this a much more difficult game. Right, we played Inter Milan a couple of years back in the Champions League, and it was a great tie. I would have loved to have this game at home. We'll see what the circumstances are between both teams, leading up to the games. But I would like to see this game at home. So this is one of those games where I can't confidently say we'll win that game, just because it's Inter Milan. Yes, I know they've lost their manager, and now Christian Kivu is at the helm, but it's still Inter Milan. They have really, really good players and a really good team and a really good system. So I'd probably have to settle with the draw. Right? I'm not going to say we're going to lose a game, but I'm leaning more towards draw than I am towards win. Eintracht Frankfurt. Now, this is one of those games that is very interesting because Frankfurt are a very attack-minded team, a very attacking team. And the way I've seen Liverpool's defense this last month, I'm not confident that we can hold anybody out. And even though they've lost Marmoush, even though they've lost Ekatike, who is now our player, bro, I'm looking at this Bahoa guy. I'm like, this guy spawn a striker every year. This might be the next guy. They signed Jonathan Burkhardt, who is a very good player, was a very good player, I believe, at Mainz. He's a very good... And then this Can Uzun guy. I swear, these Turkish players are spawning left and right. Yildiz, Arda Güler, now Uzun. Bro, they make a new Turkish superstar every year. They just need to make a striker now for the national team. But this is a good team, and it's always a well coached team. Well, even when Glasner left, they were still a very well coached team. So I can expect this to be a challenging game. But I do think Liverpool can win this game, and I would bank on them winning this game more than anything. Now on to Marseille. Marseille are kind of the same way Frankfurt are. A very attack-minded team. You know, we all know about De Zerbi. If you're a Premier League fan, you know about De Zerbi and you know what he kind of brings, what he can kind of bring to the table. So I can expect this to be a challenging game. But if you're going to play an open game, neither of these teams are defending this season. Marseille last season, it was a struggle to keep clean sheets. So if I had to pick our attack versus Marseille's attack, I think our attack wins the game. So I would think we can win that game as well. Now Galatasaray, I think this is probably going to be the most hostile game of them all. I mean, even more than hostile than Real Madrid, just because of the crowd. Turkish fans, they know about Turkish crowds. Fenerbahce games, Galatasaray games, Besiktas games. Like, these guys they're ready for you. So if you go into facing any Turkish team and you don't come with just your balls ready, they will humble you. They will score goals against you. They will attack you. I'm talking about the team, not the crowd. They will attack you. These teams will attack you. Especially Galatasaray, who's a very, very attack-minded team. Play very, very attack-minded football. Also have a great striker, up top. This is a very, very good team. We saw them in the Europa League last season. They score goals for fun. Now, on the flip side, just like the other two teams I just mentioned, Frankfurt and Marseille, they're not going to be able to keep you out. They're not going to be able to keep us out. Like, period. So in a one-off game, I'll still bank on Liverpool to be able to win this game. It'll be a struggle. It might be a 3-4, a 3-2, but I'll still bank on Liverpool to be able to win this game. So if I were to look at the home fixtures and the away fixtures, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking confidently, I can see 18 points. I can see 6 wins. From the Atleti game, from the PSV game, from the Karabakh game, from the Frankfurt game, the Marseille game, and the Galatasaray game. Obviously, I would hope that we can also beat Real Madrid and beat Inter Milan away. But having respect for those teams and what they've accomplished in Europe over the last couple of seasons, I'm not going to be so confident in saying that we can just beat those teams. I would love to see it, but I'm not so confident in saying that it can just happen. Right, so we have to also think about the game, the state of our team going into those games. Are we gonna have any injuries? Or are we gonna sign any new players? What's the rotation gonna look like leading up to those games? Right, because if it's like a game where we play, I don't know, Man City on Sunday, and then we play Inter Milan away on Tuesday or Wednesday, I might not be so confident that we can win that game. But if we play Burnley on Sunday and then we play Real Madrid on Wednesday, I'm going to be more confident because I believe we could have arrested players against Burnley, kind of taking it easy, and then prep for Madrid. So this is just a blanket. When I look at these teams, I kind of understand their flaws. For example, Madrid, well, we'll leave Madrid for now, but Atletico, we know their flaws. They're not a potent offensive team. Yes, they might be able to keep a low block, a deep block, and defend when they need to. But I'm not worried about Atletico scoring 2-3 goals against us. I'm more worried about can we score against them. Right? PSV, yes, they're a potent attacking team in the Dutch league. But when we saw them against high-quality opponents in the Champions League, look what Arsenal did to them. They spanked the floor. This team doesn't defend. They don't keep clean sheets. Karabakh, same with them. Right, they're a little bit. They're from a more, I don't want to say a less developed league than all these teams, right? I think Karabakh is in Azerbaijan, right? Some very far Eastern European, Azerbaijan, right? So I can understand why they wouldn't be as challenging as these other teams. I saw them last season in the was it Europa League? They're a decent team. they play decent football, but they just don't have the quality to match up with any of these teams. So I can't sit up here and be like, oh, they're gonna be such a challenge. I'm confident that we'll beat them, right? Inter Milan, yes, they're a slow team. They're not a team where you're gonna expect them to beat you with their physicality, athleticism, but they're a very methodical team. They're a very balanced team, strong on set pieces. They play very good through the middle. They play very well through the middle, right? I don't think you want to be having Mkhitaryan at 37, 38, whatever he is. Çalhanoğlu's injured right now, so it's still a different kind of thing midfield going on for Inter Milan. Right, they're integrating new players as are we. So it's a tough game to predict, but it's going to be a very difficult game. And then we know Frankfurt, Marseille, Galatasaray are teams that can attack you, score loads of goals. They can score from anywhere, score from with different players. They have different talented players, but they can be scored on just as easily, right? So 8 games, 6 games I can confidently see us winning, but hopefully, we can get positive results in all these games. I'm excited to see these games. I'm excited to go to those grounds more than anything. I'm excited to go to Marseille and Galatasaray because I just want to experience want to experience going away to a Turkish ground, especially a big Turkish ground, and just seeing the passion of the fans, and also playing against a very good team. So I'm excited, and I hope we qualify automatically. I'm confident that we will. I'll have to look at every single top team's kind of schedule and see where maybe most teams can falter, can slip, can lose points, and then once I see that we have maybe 18 to 24 points, I think that we can get. I think the minimum we're gonna get is 18 points. Call me cocky, but I think the minimum we're gonna get is 18 points. At the worst, 15. But I think it will be enough to see us through automatic qualification. So let me know what you guys think about the matchups. Let me know what you guys think are the biggest games, the biggest matchups in the Champions League. And I want to know you guys' thoughts, man. How many points do you think Liverpool can get, basically? What do you see us faltering? What do you see us winning? All that kind of stuff. I'm excited. And, I think we win the Champions League this year, man. Yeah, I'm stick by that. I think we win it. Why not? Why not? Why can't we win it? Okay? Why should I, as a Liverpool fan that just won the Premier League, why should I say that another team's going to win the Champions League over us? Be confident. If we don't win it, then okay, we don't win it. But I'm going into it thinking that we have the tools to win it. So I think every major team has kind of flaws. Barcelona are a potent attacking team, vulnerable defense. Same for Bayern. Madrid are going through a transition. We know what Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal are from our time in the Premier League. We can beat those teams. Who else is there? PSG. Yeah, we lost to them last season, but I think with a deeper squad and more rotation this season, we can also beat them. So we can beat anybody. Anybody can beat us, but I'm confident. So let me know you guys' thoughts. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you very, very soon. Peace out.